Hello and welcome back to the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. Last time we set up our campaign, we made a poster and a slogan, and this time we get to see where that leads us. But first, get comfy, get cozy, and we shall just hop right on into it. Okay, so we last left off about to speak to our old mentor, or a flashback to when we met our mentor. Please wait here. Eugenia will be here in a minute. What is this? Am I dead? Okay, so this is a flashback, yes. No, don't worry. You're not dead at all. I shouldn't say a lot more, though. Why not? Protocol. This probably doesn't mean much to you, but you are extremely lucky. Eugenia is an exceptional witch. You couldn't be in better hands. What? Come again? Oh, I've said too much. But everything is going to be all right. I must go. Just get comfortable. But bye. Bye, I guess. Damn. Oh, look at us. We look so... Oh, okay. We get to touch things. We can go stand by the fire, or we can go stand by this seat. And oh, we can look out the window. Let's look out the window. I don't recognize those stars. Where the hell am I? Oh. Oh, so warm. This feels nice. This place is actually super cool. I wonder if it'd be too expensive to rent for a nice getaway with those fools. Will I ever get to see my friends again? Just get comfortable. My clothes are still wet. And how did this much sand get under my swimsuit? Shit, I still have the keys to the food truck on me. I hope Eva and Patrice managed to get home okay. Oh, we can come over here now. Okay, cool. This place makes me want to read tarot. The air smells like nothing I've smelled before, and it's a mix of nature, fate, and possibility. I'm getting aromas of hope and good things. Gravity feels different too, lighter. I feel like my mind is slowly shedding some dry husk and a fresh breeze is starting to blow through it. This trembling... This isn't fear, it's excitement. Oh no. I feel like I never want to go home. Oh, we fell over. I love you already. Relax. I'm here to look after you. They look so cool. Oh, the decorations around their antlers. You are from Earth, right? Earthlings always have the worst time processing their ascension. Your collective subconscious is too cynical. Your society rejects magic with a strength unlike any other in this universe. Just... let it sink in. This is something good, I promise. Dear. That's all. That's all Fortuna can say. Very observant. My kin are what human witches call dear folk. Oh, and you are a human witch, by the way. Is this really happening? Yes, congratulations. You ascended. Please, don't be afraid. I'm not afraid. This is the best day of my life. Wow, when Fortuna was just a little baby witch, it was not very articulate at all. Wow. Everything is set to go. Election day has just been announced. We're merely 32 cycles away from it. We have everything we need, so let's get to work. The most critical point is, what do we do with this massive behemoth? It's just Abramar staring in the window. That's so funny. Yeah, that. What do we do with your sister's saviour? What could we possibly do with the help of an almighty being, older than time, who's able to grant wishes? Can you make everyone vote for us? Yes. What are you willing to pay in exchange? Can't you grant wishes without a price? Aren't you and Fortuna friends at this point? Yeah, I love Fortuna, but the cosmic wheel needs its offering in order for my magic to work. What can a behemoth do for free? I could disguise myself as a familiar and deliver messages. I can harvest energy. I can spread rumors. Abramar can spread rumors? Yeah, that is interesting, Patrice. Yeah. And I think that's about it. If we don't want to draw too much attention to my powers. It's already more than I expected, so great. Happy to surpass your expectations, O dominant sister. Why do I feel like they're going to be a thing? They've got a little chemistry there. It's cute. Which grimoire of clowns did you find this one in, Fortuna? Let's check the vibe of the coven first. Programs have already been made public, so witches are starting to form their own ideas regarding this race. We can tap into the mind of the coven with the Dream Ball. The Dream Ball allows us to get real-time readings on our community's desires and expectations. Hence, we can filter the current vote intention. This will be the pivotal tool for adjusting our strategies as the race progresses. Every action we perform, and the actions of our opponents, of course, will affect the Coven's sympathies, and that'll be reflected in the Dream Ball's readings. I feel like it's, the Cupressa one, I feel like is going to shoot up somehow. I just have this feeling that they're going to underdog it somewhere. I added some men's runes to filter vote intention by demographic. Go ahead and browse through them. I encourage you to put some time into familiarizing yourself with the characteristics of each group. You not only need their votes, but you also plan on becoming their leader, so you better take responsibility and do some studying. Luckily for you, as a detective, I spent enough time dealing with each faction myself. I'm lending you my field notes so that you can familiarize yourself with the different communities of this coven. I took the liberty of placing it all in your library for when you have the time to go and do some studying. Do I really have to? You're the only reason I'm running, Patrice. Do I have to? Come on, it's not that much. But suit yourself. You can just try and wing it if you prefer. Okay. Now, about how are we going to operate? Fortuna, you won't be able to accomplish much by yourself out there, being exiled and all, but we will act as your will outside of this room. Just let us know what you need us to do, and we'll set out to do so. It could be promoting some point of the program, looking for allies, gathering intel, harvesting some energy for your deck. Bear in mind that those tasks will take between 3 and 5 cycles each, so plan accordingly. Okay, so that's what the 32 cycles at the top is for. That's good to know. Understood. But wait, what do I do while you're all out? Do some studying? Make some cards? Or jerk off to relieve the pressure? Oh no, Patrice. What? It works, trust me. Always so gross. As the race progresses, you'll have to meet some prospective allies or even rivals here in this office. So don't worry, I don't think you'll get much idle time. Okay. Everyone ready? Any doubts? Let's conquer all. Well, rather than conquer, let's have our sisters put their trust in us. Yes, of course. It was a figure of speech. Okay, well, we can never be too safe with you. Oh, I almost forgot. I got something for you, Fortuna. Ooh. Myself? Personal growth and self-realization? One of my clients offered me this as payment after getting them out of quite a salacious predicament. I never found the opportunity to use it, but I feel fate has had me save it for you. Here. The root of a plum? Swallow it, and it'll increase your powers of persuasion. Oh, wow. Thank you, Patrice. Why do I feel like that's not going to taste very good? It'll live in your stomach for decades, liberating the very essence of your willpower, atom by atom. It'll also siphon away your self-doubt. It'll be especially handy for debates against other candidates, or for striking deals when dealing with visits here at home. That's just perfect. Thank you so much. I got you covered. Anyway, let's get to work. But make sure we all have a task and get this ball rolling. Stay motivated. All right, tasks. Okay. Oh, okay. So I can click on either. And I can click on this. Okay, so novices are torn. Novices are torn between Dahlia and Jasmine. Producers, very much on Jasmine's side. Warriors, obviously in Dahlia's camp, of course. 100% of the warriors are in Dahlia's camp, of course. Explorers, also quite Dahlia heavy. Academics, Jasmine. Oracles, shouldn't we have the oracle vote, surely? Yes, that's what I thought. Yeah. And then full coven. So we're sitting at about 25%. And if we could gather at least 11, if we could gather all of this from Cupressa and not worry about the other two and thus not make them mad at us. I don't care about Cupressa being mad at us because, like, she just wants to continue Adana's legacy. And honestly, Adana can suck it. So I feel like if we could just leech Cupressas, we'd be ahead of these guys by quite a bit, right? Okay, so that's what that does. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, let's talk to Abramar first. I'd like you to... Oh, the temptation. I don't want to be that mean, but also I want to win. How do you balance this? Let's look for allies and opportunities first. Understood. I'll comb the cosmos and see what I can find. Thank you, Abramar. And then if you, Patrice, if you could promote our program to the Explorer. Wait, hold on. I know that's mostly Dahlia, though. To the producers. To the producers, yeah. I'll be back in a few cycles. I feel like the producers was kind of even, and it would take more from Jasmine, and I'd rather take more from Jasmine than Dahlia. Maybe. I feel so bad. Okay. So we've had a look at these, and we've had a look at the programs, right? Is there anything we can do in-house? So that's what this is. Okay, that's how we access that. That's fine. We do have someone we can visit with, so that's nice. Who is this? Cupressa wants to visit us. Okay. Which Fortuna, I would like to formally introduce myself before the race. There are some topics I'm interested in discussing with you regarding the nature of the political shift our coven is about to experience. Kind regards, Cupressa, the story in which. Invite! I would love to meet you. That was such a cool entrance. That was so impressive. You're so cool looking, so pretty. Look at all of the flowers. Hello, I'm Cupressa. Nice to meet you. Welcome, I'm Fortuna. Nice to meet you too. Thanks for having me. I wanted to introduce myself formally here before the race becomes hectic. That is so kind. Yeah, that is really kind. I'm sorry that you had to come all the way here. There are still 800 years of exile left in the sentence Adana cast over me. I'm well aware. Adana often confided in me. The fear you inspired in her was one of the greatest weaknesses. Oh, I don't know how to feel about that. That makes two of us. That's the main reason I decided to pay you a visit. To keep me in check? To form my own judgment. I promise I carry the best of intentions. I think, yeah. There's a certain aura around you that tells me I can trust you. Plants... We're more sensitive to this kind of energy. Now I see that Adana's fear was unfounded, a product of her decaying mind. Knowing this, I must ask you and your team to retire from the race. Excuse me? No. I ask you to retire from the race. What the heck do you mean, Cupressa? Nice, yeah, nice strategy. I didn't say that in jest. You are too close to your human side to properly govern a cosmic coven. That's what made Adana such a great leader. She had a direct channel of communication with the gods, and she was far detached from her human origins. On the other hand, you, Dahlia, Jasmine, you have an uncountable number of human flaws. Fear, pride, envy, greed. Even what you consider virtues, such as ambition or mercy. Or even the most basic things, such as the need for comfort or enjoyment, cloud your judgment. Flaws, flaws, flaws. Yeah, but without feelings, can you truly care for your peers at all? The feelings are the magic within us, honestly. They're what make life interesting. There are many beings in this universe that are better suited for leadership than your kind, precisely because of this lack of human feeling. Have you ever stopped to study the flora? Most witches are too fauna-centric to see other forms of coexistence. As a tree, my entelechy is that of growth and community. I lack individuality. I'm just a part of a forest. We, the plants, grow, expand, and nurture all around us. The majority of us don't need to feed on other living beings to prosper. That basic fact alters our whole perception of reality. Human existence is so built on top of sacrifice that you are immune to innumerable forms of brutality. You are devourers of worlds, and we the plants are their healers. I'm going to take care of you no matter how you treat me. Let me ask you a question. What's the most important quality in a leader? I think these are all important qualities in a leader. And I think having a most important quality is entirely unhelpful, honestly. All of them carry weight in making a good leader. I do think empathy is extremely important. How can you begin to do anything for anyone else if you don't take the time to consider how they feel and what they're going through and what they need? Empathy. A very useful trait to understand the fear and needs of your community. Probably the trait in which I am most lacking. But empathy is a double-edged sword. Historically, empathetic leaders often crash and burn, overwhelmed by the contradicting angst of their people. A characteristic that can quickly turn to weakness. Maybe, but selflessness. That's the most important trait in a leader. To put the group's needs before your own. And even if you invented the word, humans aren't capable of it. All those emotions we talked about before, they're what make it impossible. Satisfaction, respect, honour, friendship, the list is endless. Humans are capable of selfless actions, but not of selfless existences. A leader deprived of all that is just an automata, yeah. And what's the problem with that? A leader needs drive, a vision, they need to take risks. And gamble with the future of a whole community. Yes! Yes, absolutely. There is no room for growth or becoming better or having better options if you only ever stick to the status quo. Exactly, Fortuna. You put your trust in a leader because you believe in the change they propose. Otherwise, you're just appointing an administrator. And what's wrong with having a fair administrator? Stagnation. Unlike plants, we consider movement to be a symptom of life. I see. So that's why you and your sisters value over stability. I'm afraid human-born witches are like that, yes. Thank you. You've helped me to understand our coven better. Listen, Cupressa... Yes. Yes, I will. Just a sneaky little peek. Just a tiny little look. What's this buried emotion? What's the matter? So that's why you don't want to eat the body of Adana. You want to keep her so that you can commune with her. Oh! But Cupressa doesn't deserve to have that pushed out of her right now. That's not fair. But it is good to know. It is good to have that ammo. If Cupressa thinks she can pull anything on us, I will whack that out so fast. Poor Cupressa, though, I won't bother about it now. Nothing. I think it's time for me to leave now. Would you like me to read your fortune? Would you do that for an opponent? Of course, my priority is to help the coven. Very well, let's see what fortune has in store for me. Tell me what it is you wish to ask the cards. There is only one thing on my mind, something really dear to me. Will I be able to safeguard Adana's legacy? Of all the eras I've lived through, Adana has been the most peaceful and prosperous. At the expense of some of her sisters, but sure. Please, don't poison the reading with your resentment. That's improper of an oracle. You're right. I'll focus on your honest will. Think about Adana while I shuffle my deck. The Golden Harvester. Oh, this is one of my better cards. It's so pretty. I'm so proud of this one. The prairie grants space for meditation. If a golden vessel is left empty, it will summon cosmic fate. A golden vase holding fresh flowers will bring happiness to a homestead. The sacred cane blesses the landscape. Okay. That's an interesting one. Okay, so you will either... These are the options. You will steal one of Adana's masks and drop out of the race. You will leave the coven and start a cult to follow the mask's whispers. No, but you will make peace with it and find new forms of happiness. The coven will respect Adana's contributions, but as time passes, it'll inevitably progress towards new ideas. Or, yes, the coven will idolize Adana and her sacrifice. Most will follow her philosophy, even if it's not the official rule anymore. Well, we're not doing that, obviously. I think this is the most peaceful option. It's the most peaceful option without continuing the kind of tyranny that Adana projected into the space, you know? So I think you will find peace with it and find new forms of happiness, yes. What's up? Happiness is always good news, isn't it? Happiness means nothing to me. What I want is for Adana's work to be eternal. Nothing is eternal. I know. I knew this endeavour was meaningless from the moment I set out to do it. But still, I needed to try. Will you give up now? No. Even if it's just the tiniest fraction, keeping some of Adana's legacy alive is priceless. I see. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for allowing me to peek into the future, Fortuna. And thanks for having me at your home. Good luck with the race. Good luck to you too. She was really cool. She was wrong, but she was really cool. We could sleep. We could make another card. I don't think I've got enough energy just yet to make another card. I would like some more of the water energy, I think, is what we need. So let's just have a little sleep. Or study. Oh, we can study. Oh, we can... Okay. Let's read Patrice's demographics analysis. Let's see what Patrice has prepared for me. Demographic novices. The freshly ascended, witches in training that still haven't found their calling. Though hear in mind how time works in this immortal society, some novices find their place in the first few years, but some others may take decades. You don't need the approval of anyone to stop being a novice and join the ranks of the producers, academics, or explorers. On the other hand, warriors require tests first, and to become an oracle, as you're well aware, another oracle needs to dream about you. Strategy guide. The novices are usually pushed around by the rest of the witches, so they welcome any initiative that increases their rights and opportunities. Can we read some more? Academics. Witches so absorbed with the mysteries of this cosmos that they rarely do anything beyond studying it. They are one of the most, if not the most, prestigious demographics since they're constantly furthering our craft and talents. Although you don't necessarily need to be old to be wise, academics are the oldest demographic on average. You can count them as the biggest elder representation in this race. In fact, Cupressa is one of them, so she may have a slight advantage in this front. Strategy guide. Academics like quiet, control, respect, and protocol. They're pretty well off, so they'll welcome anything that maintains the status quo. Let's look at producers. These witches have a penchant for milking the cosmos. Be it gardening, mining, sewing, or distilling dark matter, you name it, they pride themselves on providing. Without them, we'd all lose many comforts, to be honest. Producers and academics have an almost symbiotic relationship. Producers fund academic endless research, and in exchange, they reap the latest techniques for furthering the exploitation of this universe. Jasmine is one of them, so she'll have the upper hand with this demographic. Strategy guide: producers have historically felt underappreciated and overworked. To cater to them, increase their quality of life and relevance. Okay, what about the fighters or the oracles? Warriors, yeah. Hunters, guardians, soldiers, specialized in all kinds of combat and cosmic warfare. They keep us safe, provide rare materials from demons and other dangerous beings, and they also craft weapons. It's the hardest group to belong to, as it's a very demanding occupation. We barely count a dozen in our coven. Dahlia is one of them, and I'm sure she'll have their undying support no matter what. That makes sense. Strategy guide: warriors are extremely loyal, so unless something exceptional happens, they're going to be on Dahlia's side. Okay. Explorers: witches continuously chart this cosmos. Explorers scout new locations, discover new sources of energy and materials, and keep us informed of the latest events around every galaxy. They're usually too busy to mess with politics, so anything goes for them as long as it doesn't hinder their endeavors. Strategy guide: they're pretty easy. Throw them a bone here and there and they'll support us, although the same goes for the other parties too. Okay. So we might want to pop in for the explorers at the last minute then, so we've got their vote towards the end. And then the oracles. I shouldn't have to tell you about the oracles since they're your lot. They also happen to be the most reclusive of all witches, so you're not really a community per se. Oracles are the least abundant faction in our coven, since one can't choose to be an oracle. The only way in is for the cosmos to choose for you to become one. Oracles, with their premonitions and hunches, usually play a supportive role, counselling any witch who's at a crossroads. In reality, what you are is the Sisterhood's therapists. Strategy guide: this demographic is unpredictable. I don't know if it's worth investing time into catering to oracles. Although if you do, I bet you could sway them easily just out of sympathy. Okay. I think that's all of the factions there. So I'm just gonna sleep. Yeah. And we'll see what happens when we wake up. We get the mind's garden. We dream one of our eyes is blue and the other is purple. You inspect them closer in a mirror and find out they have mathematical formulas inscribed around the iris. You write them down and your eyes return to normal. A blind man comes to your home and buys the formula for you for a fortune. Can that happen in real life? I would love that. Could we, pretty please, could we get that in real life? Okay, so, the Peppermancer! Okay, so we can talk to the Peppermancer, that's an option. And we can talk to Thea as well. But that is going to have to wait until next time. Thank you so much for watching, you lovely beans. I hope you stay fed, I hope you stay watered, I hope you stay rested. Have a crackin' time zone, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye!